Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And I've been getting a lot of requests on house updates. Today is September the 29th, I believe. It's Thursday. So yesterday was one of the first cooler days of the fall, and I took off vacation Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. So today's Thursday. I didn't get much done Tuesday, but yesterday I did start on the front porch replacing posts. I didn't video any of it, but I was going to bring along. I got one more to do. I'll bring it along and show you how I did it. And as you can tell, it is very windy today. Hurricane Ian's in Florida, and I think we're getting some of them winds all the way up here. Okay, so I replaced this post, and this post, and the only thing I left is this corner over here. And I would have replaced it yesterday, but I cut the first post I did, which was this one. I cut off too short. I mismeasured. I measured from the end and not from the cut. So what I did on all these posts, went ahead, I put another 2x6 up here against this old one, and then I notched out for both, and then I screwed in from the side. Down here we've got one of those plates you bolt down through the concrete. Simpsons, I believe what's called. And on this one right here, I also notched out for the side, which I'll have to do with this other one. So basically, I set my laser up to the height I wanted the porch, the 2x6s. When I did that, down here was the high end, and it was about 1.5 inches low through here. So I ended up having to jack all that up, and now you can see the laser, maybe you can see it. So if I put my finger up here, the laser is right at the edge, at the bottom of this board. It's not even touching the board, but it's at the edge. Now as the day gets older, it gets brighter, it's very hard to see this green lasers, but if you got something that's blue, like this level right here, it will show up a little bit. So y'all can see that line right there. So you just catch it with this level, and as you can see, it's right even with the bottom of that board. So over here on the corner, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put this 2x6 in, and I got to figure out, does this need to be raised up or let down? So you can see the laser line right at the bottom of that white, and I can also see it right there at the bottom. But right here it's a little low, so I can tell it's going to have to come up maybe 1/4 inch, and that'll be fine. I'll stick my jack under it about right in here and jack it up, and we'll just take this post out. There's nothing holding the bottom of these posts in other than just the weight. So it's just 2 nails in the top. So it's very easy once you get the weight off the post to get the post out. So probably the wind noise is going to be pretty bad with this video. I'm going to apologize in advance, but I figured I'd give y'all a video since I hadn't really done anything showing you the house lately. We did get moved in back right before Christmas last year. The house inside, I would say, is 95% done. I got to paint the exterior doors and the trim, touch up paint here and there. That's about it. So out here on the front porch, once we get these posts in, which these are going to be clad with white pine and painted white. All that tongue and groove wood, like what's up here that we took off the inside of the house, we're going to plane down, and we're going to put a ceiling in here, and we're also going to put some LEDs and 2 ceiling fans. So the ceiling fans, I got to figure out where I'm going to put them, but they're probably going to be as close to where the blades ain't hitting the siding, of course, but high enough where I ain't got to worry about them hitting me either. But it's pretty tall right here. I mean, this is 7 feet from the bottom edge of that to the top of that plate there. So it's really about 7 feet and 1 or 2 inches I've already cut the plank, so we should be good to just set it in place. Wedge them down there. Push this up. And this one, I may have to get the jack underneath. Unless I can push it up by hand. We'll see. Get the jack on that. Dang it, Winston. So what I'm just jacking on this Super 6 right here until I see it's above the, right there at the laser line. And it's pretty much, it ain't real flush, but it's close enough right here. And we'll go ahead and get that screwed in. May have to hammer that a little bit. Make sure it's set good. Take her jack down, we'll set her jack up over here and get the weight off this post. See this post? Now, if you want to be safe about it, you can always just secure this with a screw. And I'll just keep that post from falling if for some reason it got loose. We're just going to jack it up enough to get the post off. See, it wouldn't held on by much. Okay, we're going to set our plumb bobs up and mark on the ground, or on the concrete rather, where we need it. We'll probably have to clean this concrete off a little bit where you can see where we're going. And you just really want to just take your time with these plumb bobs, make sure that they're where you want them, not the wind got them. Okay, so here I am. I'm just setting up the plumb bob to do the left side of where the plate should go, and then I'll turn around and go to the front side and mark that, so I'll know exactly where to set that plate at when I'm done. And of course, the wind was giving me a lot of trouble. That's pretty close. All right, now we'll set our Simpson strong tie there. I mean, if the post is a little off, probably nobody ever gonna know it but you. Alright, there's our mark. You're gonna want a good hammer drill when you're drilling out the concrete. You can get by with a cheapie. One like this right here is gonna make it a whole lot better for you. Yeah, you get a little cheap old hammer drill, it's probably going to take you 10 minutes to drill a hole that quick or that big. Alright, the next thing you're going to have to do is vacuum out the hole. Have your shop vac. If you got air, you can blow it out. I don't have a air handy up here. Vacuum looks pretty good too. Now you're gonna need a hammer and a this particular one use 3/4 inch wrench to set it. Try to find your side and your front. Should line up with your holes if you mark it right. I always try to get centered. Take your nut, make it even with the bolt. Drive it down. Drive it down. Now we're going to put roughly 3 rounds. Well, I can't go 3 complete rounds. I'm going to go quarter rounds. So that's quarter, half, 3, 1, quarter, half, 3, 2, quarter, half, 3, 3. That's tight. That's something that will not move. Now we want to double check, make sure that we're still where we want to be at. Hard to see that laser, that's getting a little bright. I think I see it right there on the edge, so that's it. Now we're going to measure from the top of this.
Okay, I'm measuring from the bottom of the tuber 6 to the top of the central strong tie, and that will give me the distance between the bottom of the post to the cut.
5/8. 83 to 5/8. So that's going to be a little shorter than the rest of these, so it must be a high point right here in this concrete. So 83 and 5/8 is from the cut. We're going to come over. We're going to have to go up against this, so we're going to have to count that 2 inch. And then this one is 3 1/4. We're going to make that notch right here. 2 inch, 3 1/4. So we'll go 3 1/4 all the way across, and we'll come back and cut this little 2 inch out on the side. I'll go ahead and notch that out off camera because it's usually going to take a little while to get that done. Alright, so I forgot to cut the camera back on while I was putting this in, but I notched it. I wanted that cladding to come up to the edge of that, so I think that'll work, and we'll figure out where can't really see our mark. Yeah, I do. Right there, I see the laser right there. So that's pretty daggum close. I ain't gonna say it's perfect. I had to jack it up a little bit to get it in here. Also, these 6x6s, you know, they're supposed to be 5.5 by 5.5. Well, they're not always exact 5.5 by 5.5. So you can see how it's kicked that side out. This one's a little thicker. So this one's, you can see it's, maybe you can see the camera. Let's see. It's supposed to be 5.5, and it's really 5/8. So it's got that kicked out. It's not a big deal, but it will kind of mess up your measurements if you're not expecting it. But like I said, on this one, it's not a big deal. So I've got all the weight on it now. This jack's ready to come out. All we gotta do is screw it in the bottom, screw it in the top, and call it done. So like my other videos in the house, if you're gonna do any kind of remodeling work, I would highly suggest getting a good laser. This Waypar or Hoopar, I've been really happy with it. One thing to remember, if you store it, take the batteries out. There's 4 AA's in here, and you don't want to come back 6 months from now and it all be corroded. So that's the first thing I do, is take the batteries out, put it back in its case with the batteries. The batteries may not be no good next time. I did have to replace them this time, but I mean 4 AA's, these are AC Delco branded. I got them off Amazon, they're pretty cheap. Well, hope you enjoyed the update video. I'll bring you back for when we get going on this, so how we're doing it and what's going on. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you can.